Investments, part 2. Where can you go for help? In part 1, I talked about ways of investing on your own, lazy portfolios, target date funds. What if you'd like to have somebody help you out? And a lot of doctors wish to have that. Let's look at the different options. First of all, there are the traditional brokers. They sell products. Unfortunately, often for either mutual funds or individual stocks or bonds, you pay up to 5.75% upfront. That's pretty steep. Also, there's oftentimes an assets under management fee of 1% annually. This is called a wrap fee. The other part about stockbrokers is that they do not have a fiduciary role. In other words, legally, they do not have to provide the best possible products for a client. All the other investment managers have to, not stockbrokers. This is through an act of Congress way back in the 30s. So that's the negative with stockbrokers. High fees and the fact that they don't necessarily have to buy what's best for you, but only what's suitable for you. That said, there are a lot of doctors out there that have done very well with very intelligent, well-meaning, good stockbrokers. The only thing is, with the fees involved, the doctors may have done better long term. How about insurance companies? My pet peeve. Oh my God. This is a whole different ball game. Oftentimes the fees are not revealed to you. Oftentimes the salesmen don't even know what they are, and they don't care. What they do care about is their high commissions. With insurance companies, often the total fees are 2 to 4% per year. I remember I was talking about target date funds and lazy portfolios with 0.1 to 0.2% per year, and this is 2 to 4% per year. Extremely high in comparison. Also, if you would like to remove your funds and go elsewhere, often for a 7-year period, there are penalties that you have to pay to change to another type of investment. Insurance companies, please stay away from as far as investing. It does not mix. Investment managers. Now we're getting to the good guys. Investment managers manage your funds. Normally the fee has been 1% for a long period of time, but that 1% is under attack by online investment managers in particular. 2 of them are Wealthfront and Betterment. Again, Wealthfront and Betterment. Wealthfront is on the West Coast, Silicon Valley. Betterment is on the East Coast. They're charging 0.25% a year to manage your funds. Now, this doesn't include the expenses that I talked about with the funds in part 1. There are additional individual expenses per target date fund or index funds. But to manage, it's only 0.25% per year, which is pretty good. Vanguard will actually manage your funds beyond their expenses that they listed. They will actually manage your funds if you want for 0.3% per year. Again, pretty good. Rick Ferry, who's an author and has his own really good investment firm, charges 0.37% per year. So anything more than, I'd say, 0.4, 0.5% per year is way too much in today's market. Please make sure that anyone you work with is called fee only, not fee based. Fee only means that they can charge you an assets under management fee, a flat fee, or an hourly fee. Fee based means commissions, which means stockbrokers or insurance companies. Okay, there's another group called fee-only financial planners. It gets a little bit mixed up sometimes between them and investment managers. Investment managers manage your money, and that's it. Fee-only financial planners, again, fee-only, not fee-based, do estate planning, budgeting for you, insurance, and they do tax planning. Some manage investments also, but they do the whole repertoire. They do the whole thing. There's a lot of good ones out there. What you really would like, instead of someone who charges an assets under management fee, which some of them do, is a flat fee or hourly fee. You're going to spend much less over the long term and probably get better service. So I'm going to list several here. Apologies are in order beforehand that I'm not picking up some really, really good financial planners out there that really help people well for low fees. But 3 that I like: LearnVest is back in New York. They're a new firm. They have very low fees and they're probably really good for young doctors. They have a lot of information online that's free. They provide full financial services except for investing. And of course, they're going to recommend that you use index funds, probably from Vanguard, Schwab, or Fidelity. They provide all financial services for a very low fee. James Osborne. James Osborne with Basin Asset Management, B-A-S-O-N, works in particularly well with doctors. He charges flat or hourly fees, and he's on board with several of the blogs, in particular White Coat Investor. So James Osborne. Another one, which is a large group of financial planners, is called Garrett Financial Network, G-A-R-R-E-T-T. Cheryl Garrett started this group years ago, and it's flat fee or hourly fee certified financial planners that'll work with you. There's probably 100 or 200 nationwide that you can get in touch with. That's basically most of the information I want to provide. And for a lot of you, you're thinking, this is boring. This is way too simple. In other words, there's 2 different ways to invest personally, or there's 4 different ways to invest with help, and that's it. And really, the fee-only financial planners or investment managers are the good guys. Yeah, it's that easy. And if they're not investing in index funds, you're probably going to lose big time. So from that point on, we go to, well, Carlson, I want some juice. I mean, I want to beat the system. I know I can beat the system. I know I can pick stocks. In fact, I know a guy that does puts and calls, and he's making a fortune, he says. Well, guys, that's all fine and well, but almost anybody that does active trading for over a month is losing a lot of money. So if you'd like to trade actively, there's the 5% rule. Go ahead and invest in gold, any type of commodities, real estate funds, individual stocks. Try day trading, try calls and puts. Get into the system, learn fundamental analysis and technical analysis. I've learned both of those, been there, done that, and know that it really doesn't work. But if you'd like to try to beat the system, 5% of your money can be fun. Play with it a bit. Okay, the final thing is I'd like to mention 2 books, just 2. I'm going to keep it very simple here that I think can provide you a wealth of information. The first one is written by John Bogle several years ago. I quoted him earlier. It's called The Little Book of Common Sense Investing, and it really covers the whole gamut in a very short period of time. It's a quick read, easy read, and it's neat. At the end of each chapter, he says, if you don't believe me, he references other academic studies, which is great. The other book is written by a young doctor named Jim Dolly. It's called White Coat Investor. You can just go onto Amazon and find it, White Coat Investor, written specifically for MDs, but it works for dentists too. In fact, there's a dentist section in there talking about all sorts of things financially, debt in particular, student loans, and investing. It's wonderful. Thanks so much for listening into this series.